it's just enough to be wild for the evening. We fall apart to start believing. I know this feeling drips down my body in the sun. This is the real thing, and I am overcome. Our hands are reeling, my heart beating like a band. Lift up the ceiling as I open up my hands. Oh, this is chemical. Oh, lost in a gold rush. Oh, this is the promise of reckless and ruthless love. We build it up with songs of the broken, caught in the rough between us and a moment. I know this fire reaches the corners of my truth. Oh, I am lighter when I'm reflecting you. Tonight I'm all in. I trade my past for something new. I'll let it reach me to see what this can do. Moving, moving, moving. It's moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Going moving, moving, moving. Going moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Going moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, moving. Moving, moving, I know this feeling drips down my body in the sun. This is the real thing, and I'm overcome. I know this feeling drips down my body in the sun. This is the real thing, and I am overcome. Our hands are reeling, my heart beating like a band. Lift up the ceiling as I open up my hands. Oh, this is chemical. Oh, caught in a gold rush. Oh, this is the promise of reckless and ruthless love.
Hey, happy almost Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I love this holiday because it is some eating time, right? It's time to eat some good food, which always excites me to participate in that. I know Thanksgiving looks a little bit different this year, but everything has been looking different this year. So it's just kind of one of those things that we roll with it, we go with it, and we try to do the best that we can, which I'm going to talk about that here in a second. Today's reading is out of Daniel. For the next couple weeks actually, we're going to be in the prophet of Daniel, one of my favorite books of the Bible, just because of the faith that Daniel had, and also his faith was contagious. He led with faith. He discipled faith. There was so much that happened within these chapters, and so I love this one. And we are in chapter 2 today, and it's Daniel's career essentially beginning by interpreting some dreams. And Nebuchadnezzar is the king right now, and he has some bad dreams. And he calls all of the wise men and the prophets and everyone in, and he says, if anyone can interpret this dream, I'm going to hook you up, but if you do it wrong, I'm going to kill you. So he basically issues this challenge, and they can't meet the challenge, so he's about to kill some wise men. So then David comes in, and in verse 24 it says, and Daniel came in. Daniel went in to see Arioch, whom the king had ordered to execute the wise men of Babylon. Daniel said to him, don't kill the wise men. Take me to the king. I will tell him the meaning of his dream. Arioch quickly took Daniel to the king and said, I found the one of the captives from Judah who will tell the king the meaning of his dream. Sorry, my brain's working faster than my mouth. The king said to Daniel, also known as Belteshazzar, that's a fun word. Is this true? Can you tell me what my dream was and what it means? Daniel replied, there is no wise men, enchanters, magicians, or fortune tellers who can reveal the king's secret, but there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets. He has shown King Nebuchadnezzar what will happen in the future. Now I will tell you your dream and the visions you saw as you lay on your bed. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal that we're going to point this verse out, right? Other than the fact that he's about to come in and save some men's lives who really did not deserve to die. Just because they didn't know the answer is not a good enough reason for them to be executed. So Daniel steps in knowing this. Daniel steps in because he knew that God was going to deliver in this moment, and he had a gift that God had given him to interpret dreams, to be wise, to see a few steps ahead. He did it before with the challenge of eating only vegetables and water for a couple weeks, and the guys that he surrounded himself with. So we already know that he has wisdom, that God has given him these gifts of wisdom and prophecy and foresight. So he is using his gift right now to literally save lives. Not just the figurative, one day my gift hopefully will save someone's life. No, he is literally in this moment has an opportunity to save these men's lives who did not deserve to die. And in doing so, not only does he save their life, but now he gains favor with Nebuchadnezzar after he interprets the dream. Nebuchadnezzar sees him as a great man, puts him in a high place. The king after him, King Darius, same thing. He just absolutely appreciates him. Daniel is working his way up. Now, that was not his intention. He didn't do this because he had some dreams of being in the higher ups. He did this because he was obedient to what God told him to do, and he was using the gifts that God gave him. Totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. Use the gifts that God gave him to reach into people's lives. I was trying to go in two different directions. They never came together, and my mouth just froze. Sorry about that. That was like awkward. You probably thought, did the video freeze? No, it didn't freeze. I froze. Sorry. But he's using his gifts. And if we fast forward to the New Testament reading today, and we're in Peter. You guys know Peter is one of the disciples of Jesus, one of the guys that just messed up royally, and God restored him over and over again. He loved him, and he gave him so many chances. And because of that, Peter ended up becoming one of the greatest evangelizers and disciples after the resurrection of Jesus. One of the greatest, up there with Paul. And so in chapter 4, he talks about living for God. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8 says, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. Cheerfully share your home with those who need a meal or place to stay. He's talking about hospitality. God has given each of you a gift from his variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another Do you have the gift of speaking? Then speak as though God himself were speaking through you. Do you have the gift of helping others? Do it with the strength and energy that God supplies. Then everything you do will bring glory to God through Jesus. All glory and power to him forever and ever. Again, using your gifts to glorify God and to impact others. That was what Daniel did. He used his gift to glorify God, to prove to these people, everyone that was listening, to prove to the king, my God is the true God. I'm going to prove it right now. I'm going to interpret your dream that no one else was able to interpret. And he used his gifts to glorify God and to save people's lives. And then Peter talks about using our gifts to glorify God and to reach into other people's lives. And you may not literally save someone's life, but maybe spiritually you're involved in saving someone's life. By inviting someone into your home, you create a relationship and a connection, and then a dialogue, and then the dialogue becomes questions, and then the questions become seeds, and then eventually God uses those seeds and he grows in their heart. You never know. Which is why Peter is saying each of us has been given a gift. Use your gift to glorify God. So my challenge to you Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, I don't know what your Thanksgiving is going to look like. I don't know what your week is going to look like. But my challenge to you is use your gift. If you have the gift of hospitality or compassion, or you have the gift of prayer or prophecy, and prophecy basically is just speaking truth, use those. Use those today. Use those to encourage someone. Use those to begin a relationship with someone that you never know may one day lead to them asking the question, how do I invite God into my life? You just never know. So my encouragement to you today is whatever it is that God has gifted you to do, use it. Use it immediately. Don't wait till next week or the new year. Oh, maybe in 2021. Do it now. Use those gifts. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys on Saturday.